New tonight at 6, it has been nearly 3 months since Dr. Tonja Williams took over for Kreiner Cash as interim superintendent of Buffalo Public Schools.
So the question tonight, should she be given the job permanently? Well, it turns out that answer really depends on who you ask. Reporter Lane Dowdle with our nonprofit partners at Investigative-Post has tonight's story.
Tonja Williams is the interim superintendent of Buffalo Public Schools. There is a move afoot in some quarters to appoint her to the job permanently. Her appointment in March to succeed Kreiner Cash was a surprise to some, as she did not have a high profile in or out of the district. This begs the question, who is Tonja Williams, and is she qualified to lead a school district responsible for educating 30,000 students and spending $1 billion a year? I spoke with 16 parents and educators and reviewed student achievement data at schools she led as principal. What emerged is a mixed picture. Williams has worked for the district for 32 years, first as a guidance counselor. She excelled at the job so much she was promoted to head of the guidance department. Her strength, then and now, is her people skills.
She's very open and collaborative in her leadership style.
She was promoted to principal of Futures Academy in 2011. Student achievement at the elementary school had long lagged. It did not get any better during Williams' 4-year tenure. In fact, student performance on standardized tests gauging reading, writing, and math skills actually declined. By her final year as principal, only 10% of students scored at proficient levels. The school was placed in receivership and received grant money to fund a turnaround plan. That plan mandated a new principal for the school. Williams was reassigned to School 61, another building with poor student achievement. It did not improve in the 6 months Williams was there. Again, the transformation plan for the school required a new principal.
I can't say she was like a great leader at that school or not a great leader. All I can say is no one should put much stock in the fact that she was removed under that legislation.
Aside from her track record as principal, there's also concern about Williams' lack of teaching experience. She has none at the primary or secondary level.
I think a lot of teachers want classroom experience from anyone leading them.
Williams was promoted to an administrative job in the central office in 2016. 3 years later, she joined Cash's cabinet in charge of student support services, including attendance and suspensions. Cash has been gone for more than 2 months, and the school board has yet to decide on a process for selecting his permanent successor. Some favor a national search. Others want to keep it local. Upcoming school board elections in November complicate matters. 6 of 9 seats are up for election. Should the current board or the new board make the permanent hire? Petrucci, who is not running for re-election, said the current board has more experience than the one that takes office in January.
And it does take time to learn the ins and outs of the district.
Sam Radford, a parent leader, cautioned against simply hiring Williams because it would be convenient.
I mean, I would even ask you to ask her, what have you done, in a month that should warrant you becoming a permanent superintendent? This is somebody who's never been a superintendent. This is the second largest school district in New York State.
We wanted to pose that question and others to Williams. We asked and finally got an answer through her district spokesman. No. For Channel 2 News, I'm Lane Dowdle with Investigative Post.